Good afternoon and welcome to the Nantucket Sports Connection and NCTV's presentation of Nantucket Whalers Athletics. We are coming to you live from Vito Capizzo Stadium for today's Girls Varsity Lacrosse game as your Whalers host the Dolphins from Dennis-Yarmouth High School. I am Chris Morris, the voice of Whaler Sports here in the NSC and NCTV, alongside a great crew today. We got John Aboli on the camera. He'll be your eyes on the field. Thanks for joining us today, John. And of course, I'll be hanging out with some royalty. We'll get into Sir Hammy Hurd's opinion of what's going on, and of course he and I will be on the call. Another great matchup today of Atlantic Division foes as the Whalers have won three of their first four games, before spring break, and the Dolphins have also started off well. They come into tonight's tilt 5-3 overall, but 4-2 in league play. So we will get to our game preview here in a moment. But right after this broadcast, I do want to mention, stay tuned right here on NCTV and on YouTube, on the NCTV YouTube, as our good friends out east, the Nantucket Golf Club Foundation has their marquee event for the Nantucket High School students as they will award their annual scholarships tonight. An incredible event for some incredible students. And definitely some Whalers student athletes. We'll get into that as the roster here for the Whalers is short. A bunch of talented players, but we've got two great lists of worthy candidates. They have a professional scholarship and then, of course, the regular scholarship that they award as well. So, again, as I mentioned, we will chat about this, but I do want to take a moment here and thank our founding underwriter, which, of course, is the Nantucket Golf Club Foundation. They have made the children of Nantucket High School a priority of their philanthropic efforts and have continued those efforts with their support of our live broadcast. The Nantucket Golf Club Foundation, proud supporters of Nantucket Whalers Athletics and Nantucket Whalers students. The Nantucket Sports Connection would like to thank its founding sponsor, the Nantucket Golf Club Foundation, whose mission is to promote the positive development and enrichment of Nantucket's children. For more information on the Nantucket Golf Club Foundation, go to nantucketgolfclub.com.
Support for the NSC provided in part by Highline Cruises, providing year-round high-speed service to Nantucket since 1996. For more info, visit highlinecruises.com.
Underwriting support for the NSC is brought to you in part by Myrick, the largest full-service law firm in Central Mass, also serving the Cape and Islands. Visit myricklaw.com to learn how Myrick can assist you with your legal needs. NCTV and the Nantucket Sports Connection would like to thank our Nantucket business sponsors for their support of today's Whalers broadcast. Back to Vito Capizzo Stadium as we get set up here for our matchup between the DY Dolphins and your Nantucket Whalers. Again, the Whalers have only played 4 games so far. The weather has been, let's say, iffy at best. So as you saw on Saturday, I'm sure I tuned in for a little while as I was, doing some daffiness. Hammy and the boys soaked on Saturday, but today we have an absolutely gorgeous day for pretty much anything outside, but we're glad you are tuned in to us right here for some great lacrosse. This year's squad, a talented, intelligent, hard-working crew, and they will have to be all those things here coming up as we get into the crux of their schedule. They actually have 13 games in 26 days. That is a lot of games, and a lot of them are off-island as well, as there are plenty of good teams in this league. And as always, the upper echelon of every division and DY in our division, in Division 4, But head coach Jamie Lower is hoping to have, one more run here in the tank, as she, of course, has given her notice that this will be her final year at the helm of the Nantucket Whalers varsity program. And what an incredible 6 years she has put in, and she has put this team more than on the map. A couple of, more than just a couple, actually, multiple Division I commits, including, of course, her own daughter Bailey, who is absolutely crushing it at Vanderbilt this spring, and a few others doing fantastic work in lacrosse and other sports. But fantastic stuff. This year, Coach Lower will have a much more balanced attack offensively, honestly. Senior Mason Lower and Mia Bodette, and of late, even Dylan Damian and Claire Genthner. Just the story of the offense has also included a freshman, Louisa Benny. She's just been unbelievable. Her poise, stick handling has been as impressive as her shot, and she has lit up the lamps as well, coming off a 2-goal game in the Whalers' last win against Nauset, the 11-8 win just before the break. Had 6 different goal scorers for Nantucket, and I get maybe a lack of experience is their big weakness, but they are learning how to win games on the fly. And of course, they will have another stiff test here this afternoon, especially on the defensive side, as DY boasts one of those explosive offenses in all of Division IV. They lead the league with 85 goals scored already in 7 games. I'm not a math major, but that's a lot of goals in not a lot of games. Sophomore goalie Ella Douglas, albeit a rough game against CCA, continues to learn the intricacies of the position. Up to and including one of the most important, obviously, has nothing to do with anything physical. It's to have a short-term memory. You just got to forget bad games or goals or any of that stuff. It's an absolute must for a goaltender in any sport. I don't know how she does it. I don't know how any goaltender does it. But certainly having a solid crew in front of her with people like Mandy Lombardi, who will not play today. Sam Zadroga won't be playing today. But Maya Johnson, Alex Wisentanner, Sophia Sullivan, amongst a couple other names that we're going to get to learn on the fly here today, Hammy. So let's bring you in here, my friend, my resident Laxnut, lacrosse royalty, Sir Hammy Hurd. Obviously, we have seen a little bit of everything here, the good, the kind of bad, the kind of ugly here in the 2 games at home. Give us your thoughts on the team, where they are right now overall, and obviously they're going to have to find different people to come up with a win
especially.
today.
100%. It's going to be a great combination of the younger girls helping out the experience with the experienced girls, and just when it all comes down to it, it's just, as you said about Louisa, is showing poise.
Yeah.
And finding the open person, and that's it. Just don't turn the ball over. And that's it's men's lacrosse, women's lacrosse, basketball, hockey,
Take care of your possessions. Value the
exactly.
possessions.
Cherish the ball when it all comes down to it. And just understand, if the other team doesn't have the ball, they can't score.
Again,
That's
not an expert on the sport by any stretch,
That's exactly it.
But you are, and so for you to say that, it breaks it down quite easily. But obviously there's a lot that goes into it. Based on the roster here today, again, the Whalers playing without a lot of their starters on the defensive end. So we'll have to keep an eye on some numbers here to see where and who comes up from the JV squad, which I'm sure there's going to be a few girls that do that. And obviously it brings in, Ella Douglas, a little more onus on her. There are a couple of names on the DY side, again, in addition to playing lacrosse, some hockey girls that have made the transition over. But it's a bit of a new system for DY under a new head coach, Megan Earnshaw. She has made it work, though. The Dolphins played themselves right into the conversation. I read the Cape Cod Times, who, of course, we love the coverage of anything, but somehow our Whalers, who are 3-1, or 4-1, or 3-1, haven't even been in the conversation yet in their top 5 of the Cape Islands League, even though they've beaten some of the. Anyways,
it's called the Cape Cod Times for a reason.
Exactly. But they did mention that the Dolphins are playing themselves right into the mix here. 4 wins in the league already, and they have won 4 in a row. Coming into tonight's game with the Whalers. Courtney David will be the number and the name that we will have to circle, much like that CCA game where they ran everything through Quinn Powers. She runs the offense. and as she did on the ice this winter, as well as I mentioned, she is one of those hockey transfers over. She's had some big games, including 5 goals against Sturgis West in the win that kind of started their win streak. So again, all the makings of a very competitive league game, very important. Technically, the Dolphins are just behind us in league play with 2 losses. So, this is a game that both of these teams kind of need here early on in the season. Obviously, they'll meet each other again off island. But as you can see, the final stick checks here, and we will be getting to the opening draw here very shortly. We're going to keep it here for a lot of this stuff because I'll be honest. A lot of our crew, including the man behind the scenes here that makes it all happen, Charles Douglas, is out at the Nantucket Golf Club for tonight's special event out there as they celebrate the Nantucket High School students and will award a few of them mightily with some tuition payments, and it's kind of like a mini lottery ticket for the families.
Hey, man, but it's hard work though too.
Yeah,
every single
absolutely.
person who is out there with their candidacy to be selected, and all the people who don't get selected too, are incredible students. Make this island proud.
Absolutely. They represent exactly what it means to call yourself a Whaler on and off the athletic fields, besides the athletic fields. Just amazing stuff. And obviously a lot of that is the support system of their families. And, we know a lot of those names up on there, and we know a lot of the parents of the kids as well. And so it's a very proud moment for the high school, the community, certainly the golf club and their foundation, but just a lot of fun stuff out there. So, having said that, I am kind of running the show in addition to commentating, and again, great to have John Aboli, the eyes behind the camera. He certainly knows the camera tricks, but if anything hiccups, at least we have an excuse.
We're only human.
Exactly, and we can only do so many jobs. But again, we've got a beautiful day for it here. As I said, that broadcast will be on both 1072 and Channel 8 of the NGC scholarship ceremony. So please stay tuned for that, especially if you have someone of note. Quick shout out to some folks that have joined us from away and off island. The Bodette family. Hanging out, checking us out, and she is just about to get her stick checked here, and obviously she will be an integral part of the offensive attack today. Not that she's not already, but certainly she will command a lot of the offensive possession, and could be some ISOs set up for her, and she's such a good facilitator as well. Great transfer back, so to speak, but both her and Miles have been incredible additions to both the hockey teams and now here on the lacrosse fields.
And having run the youth program, to have kids who played in the youth program be back is so awesome.
Yeah, Soren Edwards, another one that snuck over to the tennis courts for a little while and now is back on the lacrosse field.
100%. But also too, it's just the aspect of kids. There's no going away to boarding school is an amazing experience, and it's a game changer.
Yeah,
life changing. But as
somebody can provide a lot of opportunities that maybe just can't happen.
In that same respect, though, too, just as somebody who runs the youth program, having those students be around the whole time to play for the islands is a commitment to themselves and to the island in a sense. And there's nothing wrong with going away to boarding school, but I just love seeing those kids who stick around.
Well, it's tough too because we can't just go over to the next town and get somebody to replace that.
And that's the interesting about lacrosse. High school lacrosse is for the most part the best teams in the country are all private schools.
Right.
And all the top schools are all. If you look at lax numbers, they're all private schools. And it's funny in Maryland, it's tremendously so.
Yeah.
But you go down to the top public school program, and it's like number 59.
Wow.
There's so many other boarding, day
crazy.
schools that are just powerhouses. That all the lacrosse players all go to a private school.
And you have obviously enlightened me throughout our tenure here of covering lacrosse and covering very high-level high school lacrosse. But you follow lacrosse across the board, especially at the next level. You watch a ton of it.
Men's, women's, PLL.
And your excitement comes from the fact that we've got ourselves Hank the Whaler in the house today for the first time. He's joined us here.
Booster Club,
John
love
can
it.
shoot down and get him on the screen. How you doing, Hank? All right.
Hank is here.
Yes, love it. Hank joining us for some lacrosse. Love that. But the popularity of the sport has just gone berserk.
Just incredibly.
Yeah.
It's amazing. Just there's 692 lacrosse programs in the western region of the United
I
States.
mean, that's just amazing. That's amazing.
I think that was just for the boys.
Right.
It's just it's insane how much this sport has grown, and we got some lacrosse right now.
Absolutely. We're
Love
about
it.
to get the
Mason
opening
Lower
draw
going
here.
out.
As you see Mason Lower making her way to the X. And again, thanks for joining us here on the NSC and NCTV as we bring you live coverage of the Whalers taking on the Dolphins here. Whalers Nation, are you ready? 12 minutes on the clock. And we are underway here
Go, nice way to start this game.
from Vito Capizzo Stadium.
Stay with it. Get that rust out. There you go. Great job, Dylan.
Whalers get the first possession, and we'll try and work it around. Bodette, nice
feed.
pass. Powering her way through the defense, gets a whistle. That should be an opportunity from the eights right away.
That's it.
Yeah, like what is that? 2-4 there on defense. Waving it in.
Boom.
Low
Nice
shot
pop.
score.
Yes. Great shot. The best shots are the shots where you're shooting where the goalie ain't.
Absolutely. So Mason Lower puts the Whalers on the board from the 8, taking advantage of the whistle. And again, as you can see, it's just that when we had Bailey in there, it was just almost unfair from the 8. First of all, she's so quick
shot.
and just such a laser shot. But Mason placed that one right in front of the feet, and perfect spot.
Double poster.
1-0 Whalers.
Gotta love those double posters. Come on, go get it. Go get it. Nice. They just go. Stay with it.
So DY with the possession.
Go. Bringing it down. They got a little.
That's Courtney
mini
David,
fast
number
break.
16. Tough shot. Looks like it was maybe
Ooh,
deflected.
ooh,
Whoa,
looks like
a
our
little
ball.
physicality there. Nice
Ball,
job by the
go,
Whalers
go,
defense.
Go. Maya. Is that Maya?
Hard to catch the numbers here.
I think that is Maya.
Here's Tanner, Mad Myers, basketball player, right there, handling it, mishandling it, but scooped up and
clear.
lost out of bounds. So Whalers turn it over there.
Nice
Wiz and
talk.
Tanner
Love hearing
finally.
that talk.
So now the Whalers pretty fortunate there. That was Courtney David on the rush, and her shot just went a little bit wide. Here she is again with an ISO. It's Bodette, and apparently a little too physical, a little frustrated by the call, as we all kind of are. Something like that gets called.
But it just goes, you got to play by however the referee calls it.
So an opportunity from the 12s here for Courtney David. Just a sophomore, but again, she has a rifle. And from the left side, runs in, shot goes wide. Actually, might have hit the post.
Yeah.
Wasn't a very hard shot. She tried to place
stay
it.
with it next time.
She tried to
Right
place
on
it in
that.
that top corner, was unable to find the net. But DY hangs on to the possession. Here's Jenna Richard.
You want to pressure
Number
that
7.
ground ball.
Trying to make her way, rolls through
Sticking with
again.
her right hand.
Shot,
Flips
scores!
it by her.
I think Douglas might have been
Turned
screened
right
on
around.
that
She
one.
was- Exactly. She was screening. She was screening the ball very well with her cradling.
So Jenna Richard, another sophomore, nets it,
shot.
and I just realized that DY has no seniors on this team, so
Wow.
a very inexperienced team.
Young team.
So Megan Earnshaw is certainly teaching here on the fly, so to speak, with a young crew, and she's fortunate enough to have some young talent as the Dolphins tied up here with 9:24 on the clock. Mason Lower back in the X.
Great.
And the Whalers
Great
control.
grab. Go get it.
Bodette loses it and scooped up by David. And a little too aggressive once again. And time.
With a yellow card. 2 minutes.
So 2-minute penalty called on Mia Bodette. As we are tied here at 1 in the first quarter. Clock starts and sprinting ahead. Trying
Nice
to
collapse.
muscle through again. Left-hander, so stay on that left side.
Great collapse on that.
Tough pass. This could get all the way through. Whalers got to
It'll be
converge.
tough to, there you go. Make it a 50-50 ball.
Nice. Hamlet.
Protect that ball left. Look at that. It's Louisa using both hands. Love it. See that? Using
Nice
both hands.
move.
Totally set up the advance of that ball. There you go. Here you go. Great ball
Quick
movement.
shot.
Yes.
Finds the
That's it.
net.
Love it. Great job.
Whalers score again. Great
Claire,
passing.
Claire Genthner. From a great, that whole, right there, this whole setup. Louisa Benny using both hands to set up that beautiful clear.
Drew the defender in.
Get the ball down there. Who got it to Dylan, who got it to Claire, who was wide open. That's what it's all about. Great transition game.
So despite being shorthanded, the Whalers score and make it 2-1 as Claire Genther gets her first goal of the game.
Great ball movement.
She was one of the Whalers scorers in the Nauset game as well.
All great decisions.
And again, she's one of those seniors that was just waiting her turn, you know. With last year's squad, here's Lower again
Talent.
as the Whalers win the draw. And again, can use some time here. Errant pass scooped up. Nice recovery.
Periner.
Nice pass.
There you
Rush
go.
through, open shot,
Boom.
lefty.
Great.
Good
Great
save.
save.
There's
There
the
you go.
clear
Go get
attempt,
it. Nice.
unable to get it.
Sophia Sullivan.
Whalers with the interception and quick turnover and right back at it.
Great look what I found moment.
So that was Benny with that shot.
Yes.
That was saved. Just a great look again, that lefty across the way. Yeah, they can definitely double the ball and finally realizing it as we have about 20 seconds left on the penalty. Here's Benny. Again, switching to the right to make sure it stays out of the defender's area.
Always
Good
having
cut.
your body in between you and the stick.
That's
And
Quinn
the defender
Canton,
and
number
your stick
26,
is
with a
the
nice cut through.
Most
And
important
here's
thing.
Benny.
Boom.
Gets it, shot, score! Oh, baby.
Far side, far post.
I will say one of the
off-stick
things
side.
that we will miss today, the Charles not being here, is the
Little right to
replay.
left.
But that
was
was
awesome.
a fantastic play. Great goal.
Oh, here, hold on. No, they waved it off.
Oh, they waved with the whistle. And shot goes wide.
And
So never
TY's
mind.
going to get the ball.
All right, guys, mark up.
Ugh,
Work right.
too bad.
That's the difficult thing about it.
Yeah, that's a
Frustrating
tough,
thing about
tough
this
pill to
game.
swallow there. Good double. So the penalty kill worked for the Whalers as they were able to use up the time. As you can see, Bodette back on there. Little triple team here. And good play.
Dangerous.
Oh, that looked like a clean play. Is that Carly Ray?
Yeah,
Nope,
but
Genther.
they've got to
All right.
realize. There you
Nice
go.
intercept.
Now what do we got? What they didn't give them enough room.
It's Periner. Tip pass. That might be.
Uh-oh. Come on. Up, 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 up. Okay, Dylan's all right. Good.
Yep, went off the stick of the Whalers, so it will be DY ball as they
Good stick handler
sprinted
here.
ahead. That's Courtney David. No
Courtney
surprise
David,
there,
good
number
stick
16.
handler.
And she'll make a
Tell-
move to the left.
Tell us she moves.
Circles back through, loses it, however. Again, she is definitely lefty and dominant with that left hand, and she could have switched there and gotten a little space, but the Whalers fortunate to come away with it. Here's a nice sprint.
Somebody up, a little pick.
Oh,
Nice.
beautiful
Excellent.
play.
Great
Maya
job.
Johnson on the
Wheels,
run.
Wheels. Love this.
Makes a move to the right and draws a whistle. Great just great transition.
Wheels.
Individual effort from Maya Johnson. She'll get an opportunity from the 8 here. On a bit of an angle, we'll see if she decides to give it up on a pass or takes it in herself. Clock continuing to run just over 5 minutes. That's what I'd be doing. Low shot goes wide. Nice play on the defensive
Great
end by
backup by
DY. Still
DY.
2-1 our score.
Nice defense.
Good contend.
Nice.
Oh, great effort. Pass goes right in front. Shot
Great
save.
save.
Oh, threw it right into the net.
Got some great lacrosse
That's
here.
a dangerous play. Clock continuing to run, approaching 4 minutes and 30 seconds. Technically, still just a 2-1 score.
On up and down
Where's
lacrosse.
that goalie?
Let's go, Wyatt. Redefend.
Clear attempt.
Nice grab.
Yeah.
Great grab. Great ball movement.
Tough
Oh,
pass,
slow.
but David
Yeah.
recovers. She's on the run,
Need to
looking to shoot
collapse.
from the left. Good collapse. She rolls through, loses it, gets it back. She's going to shoot it. Douglas is there. Good save.
There you go. Somebody go to the ball.
Johnson
Roll
again
back,
with a
roll
good
back,
clear. Nice
roll back.
catch. Benny
Great
up to
grab.
Bodette.
Great.
They got Perriner up
Watch it.
ahead. Oh, she'll get to it. Oh, the goalie thought about it.
Nice.
Nice
Somebody's gotta get
recovery.
open now.
Circles back, looking,
There you go. Take a moment.
and they'll settle it in. Here looks like an ISO play for Lower. She powers through, switches
Great.
hands. Oh, it draws the whistle though. Another whistle erases a goal. Oh,
2 of those.
come
Gotta
on.
keep track of those.
Let him play. Here's another opportunity from the 8. She's already taken advantage of one.
Oh, that was a beautiful shot.
And another low
Yes.
shot scores.
Nice job by Mason Lower.
Great job, stick-to-itiveness again by the Whalers here is.
So bummed that the lefty shot didn't count.
Oh,
This warms my heart.
I know, she tried. So 2:50 left here in the first quarter. The Whalers are up 3-1 now. They've been up 3-1 twice, 3 times actually, but a couple of
Finally.
whistles erased goals. But Mason Lower has scored twice. Claire Genthner, the other goal scorer for Nantucket.
Come on. Get it, get it, get it. Yes.
And Lower able to
It's just the glue.
flip it up and grab it. Here's Bodette on the run. Evades
Nice
one,
lefty.
evades another.
Great.
Switches hands and hammers
Great
it
stick handling by
home. Great
Vito
goal.
Awesome. Great athleticism.
There you
displayed
go,
by
the
this
Bodette family.
team
We,
right now.
we unfortunately had her in the
Another
penalty
great
box.
stick handling.
to begin
Yeah, but
things,
that's the whole thing though too. Look how she used her offhand to set up her right, and it's everybody, you know.
one half a step by the
any
defender
kids
that way
Or
clears it
listen,
out.
you just got to understand. You got to use both hands.
Yeah.
Just keep practicing until you're able to do it. Just keep. It's imperative. There you go.
So the Whalers have scored 2 goals in a matter of seconds. And now command a 4-1 lead here with 2:35 on the clock. Once again, both players go up, flip forward.
Wheels. She's not getting their backhand down. Nice defense.
But DY able to get to it. Nice
get
play
that.
by Mason Lower to jar it loose and
When you're going after
scoop
those,
it up.
those ground balls, you got to get that backhand down low, especially
Nice
with the girl
switch.
stick.
And the Whalers in transition.
Nice ball
Canty
movement.
loses it. Gets it over to Bodette, who does not lose it.
Great ball movement.
Hold it, hold it, hold it.
And the Whalers will slow it up. Lower the last to complete the offensive unit.
A little under 2 minutes.
Whalers up 4-1 here. Waning moments of the first quarter. Bodette over to Benny. She's going to go to that left. She's setting this one up. A little ISO play. She's going to get a screen. Avoids one. Denied. Nice poise.
That's it.
We talked about it.
Hey, but even honestly, on DYs, great collapse by them.
And what's
Shut
the
her
call
down.
here? Clock stops at 1:18
What do-
as
now what do we
the
got?
Stripes talk it over.
I want to see the instant replay on that one. What's going on here?
Yeah, we're going to have to pull it up
What
on
do
the
we got
phones.
here?
We're going to have to
Exactly.
use a different way.
That's it.
The old school way of, it looks like it's just a minor infraction. Bodette's got the ball here, and she will put it in play.
Okay.
So I don't know what that was. Nice move.
Look at that. Boom.
Shot scores!
Man,
Bodette with her second here in the first quarter.
she's got a rocket.
Bodette and Lower each with 2 goals and 1:10 to go here in the first quarter. The Whalers now up 5-1. Great stuff. Not sure what the call was there, but the Whalers were the beneficiaries as Bodette able to
It's all
take it
kind
in.
of move by Mia's awesome, powerful left-hand offhand shot.
Yeah. So a couple of offhanded
And
shots
it
here
just goes
already
to
in the
show you
first
how much
quarter.
of a game changer it is.
Yeah.
It's like that goal is not being scored right-handed from that position. Oh, here we got it. We got a dog.
Yeah, yeah.
Not good. Understood. Oh. Not allowed to go on the field.
Nope. And Courtney David in on
Just got great hands.
the draw there as the Whalers went with
She's
a good move.
very athletic.
Left-handed, she's trying to draw a whistle there and scores a goal and she charged in.
Exactly. That you could see that was a little too aggressive. Stay with it. Find the open person.
Whalers looking to clear.
Again. Go. Go.
Good patience.
More space.
Johnson.
Keep that space. Don't get too tight.
There you
now.
go, nice. Lower
Between the
to
30s.
midfield. Couple of defenders. As we
Great
approach 30
roll.
seconds, nice roll through, absolutely. And Lower gains the zone. Good possession. Strong with the ball. Here's a pass
Boom.
inside. Gentner, or
Suze.
Suze gets it still.
Chase
Oh,
it.
tosses
Chase
it
it.
wide.
Gentner doing the right thing, being back. Oh. Really? She didn't get it?
Oh.
Oh my God. I thought for sure she got it.
Yeah, and I think, no, yeah, I was going to say, I think they, oh no, they didn't correct it. So that will do it for the first quarter here
she was-
as the horn sounds.
I want to
Whalers score 5 in the first behind 2 goals from Mia Bodette and 2 goals from Mason Lower, and they will hold a 5-1 lead as we head to the break here in theory. Thanks very much for joining us here on the NSC and NCTV. We'll be back with the second quarter. Whalers up 5-1.
Oh my God. Claire definitely beat her.
The Nantucket Sports Connection would like to thank its founding sponsor, the Nantucket Golf Club Foundation, whose mission is to promote the positive development and enrichment of Nantucket's children. For more information on the Nantucket Golf Club Foundation, go to nantucketgolfclub.com.
Support for the NSC provided in part by Highline Cruises, providing year-round high-speed service to Nantucket since 1996. For more info, visit highlinecruises.com.
Underwriting support for the NSC is brought to you in part by Myrick, the largest full-service law firm in Central Mass, also serving the Cape and Islands. Visit myricklaw.com to learn how Myrick can assist you with your legal needs.
NCTV and the Nantucket Sports Connection would like to thank our Nantucket business sponsors for their support of today's Whalers broadcast. The Nantucket Sports Connection would like to thank its founding sponsor, the Nantucket Golf Club Foundation, whose mission is to promote the positive development and enrichment of Nantucket's children. For more
I want to welcome you back to live action here at Vito Capizzo Stadium. As the first quarter went the way of the Whalers, they scored 5 goals, 2 goals scored by Mason Lower and Mia Bodette. Claire Genthner also got in on the action, and Hammy confirmed that the referees messed up there at the end.
Hey, they can't see everything. They cannot see everything.
With the possession, but overall got to be pretty pleased with the action offensively, certainly on the X as well. And they've done a good job, as you can see. Courtney David is really just, it's a one-man show on the offensive side of things, and she's gotten a little too aggressive, called for a couple of offensive charges that have led to turnovers, and the Whalers have taken advantage of their possessions, scoring 5 goals here in the first, and they had one erased as well, as Louisa Benny had a score that unfortunately got a whistle, and then she missed the shot, so it could have been at least 6-1. But I think, again, overall, first take here,
taking the draw, I should say,
off the first quarter, the Whalers' experience overall has shown, and has shown out in pretty much all facets. Mia Bodette there with an experience move, gaining the draw here in the second quarter, and draws a whistle, so she'll get a free run here. They need to get behind her, no? Yep.
There you go.
And Bodette will look to make a move.
That's a tough reference.
Oh,
she's gonna.
Yep.
She's just got to call for that too. Delay game. Oh, so she stays on the field? I thought it was a green card. Oh, they didn't call a green card.
I guess they gave her a warning on that one. So up ahead, good clear transition here. It's Jenna Richard who does have the lone goal for the Dolphins behind the net. Whalers call out the defense. Good job hounding. She powers her way in. Douglas
Slips
unable
it
to
by
get
her.
through.
That was a knuckleball.
Ugh.
That very slowly went through. That was
An odd bounce there for sure. So Jenna Richard scores the second goal of the game for her and brings the score to 5-2, slightly closer.
Knuckler slips right by.
A weird bounce right in front of the goal mount there. They all count, though.
There you
go.
go.
Nicely done on the run.
Wheels.
Lower
attack.
on the attack, and she'll let some of her friends gather in here as the Whalers
Nice cut by Mia.
get their first offensive look here in the second quarter. They scored 5 times in the first.
Great little transition there. What do we got here? It might be, I think they've got too many people inside the fan that somebody's not covering something.
Yeah,
I think that is
so you
what
can't
that
play like
penalty
zone.
is. Exactly.
So
I think
Louisa
that's
Benny
what it is.
will get the benefit from the 8 here.
And the fact that she's a lefty helps big time on this shot.
Bridget Kenny, the
Hopefully she's
freshman
going to hit that
goalie.
outside pipe.
Shot,
gets it
score!
by.
Hammered
That's
home. Impressive fashion.
Going after that outside
Louisa
pipe. That's
Benny
a great shot.
pipes her first, although she did score one earlier that, got whistled off. Great stuff as the Whalers add their 6th goal here and are back in a 4-goal advantage at 6-2, 9:54 on the scoreboard clock. Just a gorgeous day. The wind is even laid down here a bit. Hopefully you got your
Pretty
phone
nice day.
somewhere outside watching us here on the NSC and NCTV. First of 2 girls games this week. Thursday we'll be back at it as the girls host the Clippers from Falmouth High School. Here's Bodette settling in. Lower at the top of the zone. Swings it. Canty over to Benny, who just scored the Whalers' 6th goal. And the Whalers working around. Nice cut through. Looks like an ISO attempt here. Dylan Damian avoids one.
Great
And
patience.
he gets it
Goes
to
in.
go. Great play there as they set it up. The cutter rolled through.
Great head
And,
fake, ball fake. The when's it coming? When's it coming? Gets the goalie.
And Damian
Doesn't know when it's coming.
has-
She's got such great soft hands.
And again, she was an integral part of the offensive unit last year. Didn't score a lot. She has been leaned upon to put the ball in the net here a little bit more this year. Perfect example as they ran the ISO play through her, and she took advantage and was able to find the net for the Whalers'
It has a real
7th goal of the game.
do your job type of attitude after she scores too.
Right.
It's just
Yeah.
boom. Okay, what's next?
What's next? Let's do this. I love that. Where you're just unfazed by the moment,
That's it. Celebrate after the game.
So Bodette trots off here for a second and replaced by number 34.
Lily Tilton.
Who is it?
It looks like Lily Tilton.
Yep.
There you go.
Again, we got some new faces.
Stay with it. Nice.
Because of the
Great
NGC
concentration
scholarship
there.
night. Here's Canty. Avoids the defender, and the Whalers get it set up again. They have dominated
Oh,
possession.
here we go.
Here's a pass.
Boom.
Boom!
Great quick stick.
Whalers score.
Great
It's
vision.
Geffner.
Great cut.
Perfectly timed
Seeing
cut.
that was very nice ball movement.
And she joins Bodette and Mason Lower with her 2nd goal of the game. So the Whalers have 4 different goal scorers,
In and
5
out.
different goal scorers for their 8.
That shot reminds me, yesterday's BC North Carolina
Yeah.
game was one of the greatest lacrosse games I've ever seen.
And that is a lot of lacrosse
and
games,
every
I might
single
add.
and every single goal was just like that.
Wow.
You knew, like one of the, they were going to score at some point, but
Yeah.
there was very little dodging. It was just that quick stick, boom, finding the right person when there was a slip in the defense.
Right.
And
Which
it
I'm
just
sure was
back and
far and
forth
few between.
slugfest.
Yeah.
It's a slugfest. It was just an amazing game.
Whalers control the possession again. They've got numbers here. Damian makes a move all the way through, shoots high, and save made. So the freshman,
Here we go. Here we
Bridget
go.
Kenny,
Is it open?
able to get the net up.
Watch that.
But this
You know
has
that
been a
hop's gonna
problem.
happen. That second hop, when
Yeah.
a lacrosse ball bounces that second time, it's got that spin.
Jenna Richard going to take it all the way in. Shot save made by Douglas. Got a stick, a piece of it, and jarred away. Nice
you
play
go,
by the
go.
Whalers
Sophia
defense.
Sullivan.
Circles back.
Play smartly. Stay with it.
Tough pass, but scooped up.
There you go. Get it to the wide open person.
Go. Whalers in transition here. Up 8-2, under 8 minutes to play here in the first half. Good pass,
Oh.
Canty, shot.
Nice save.
Good save. Still loose. Whalers don't grab it.
Run
They
away.
do
Nice.
grab
Settles
it.
it down. Great.
Again, the freshman Louisa Benny just calmly scoops it up in traffic. Nice run and shot by Canty. There's a cut through. Here's Dylan Damian. We should have another ISO play set up for her. She scored on one of these. Makes a move, dodges one. Low shot,
nice.
high
Good
shot,
look.
scores.
Score, great one-on-one dodge.
In tight, too.
That was great. She was not going to be denied.
Her second goal of the game. So the Whalers have now had 4 score 2 times. And Luisa Benny
You got to love that.
has a single tally as well.
That I wanted type of attitude that she dodged with, you know, and taking this ball and it was going to the back of the net.
And Mia Bodette, number 20, back on the field. Nice run by Lily Tilton on the JV squad. Just a freshman, getting some varsity experience. So
Great
9-2
play
here in the
by
first
Mason
half. The Whalers,
for
despite
Ventura.
being down, 4 starters.
50-50. Dangerous. It's so
Good
hard.
Canty
It's
called there.
ground balls in the women's sport is
She's going to the
very
left.
controlled.
And she runs into the left. Kennedy shot
Great
and draws a
shot.
whistle. Whistle
Take
erases
that.
the goal.
Hey, that somewhat with athletic as she is, you know how athletic she is. That's a win for Nantucket.
Yeah, well, you get an opportunity now, at
That's
least,
where
instead
we're
of
gonna-
a
yeah.
goal given up already. This is a tough spot here for Ella Douglas. As she obviously needs to get a little lucky here. From the left-handed side, Courtney David winds up, and she'll let it rip here when the whistle goes. Score.
Bye.
So Courtney David scores the 3rd goal of the game for the Dolphins at 6:21 here in the second quarter. Her first tally, she's been whistled for a couple of aggressive offensive plays, but she takes advantage of the 8s with a good shot. Douglas was right there, just unable to react in time.
She's got a great, strong, athletic shot.
Yeah, absolutely. So 9-3 our score here in the first half. Thanks again for joining us here in the NSC and NCTV, getting you all set up for the Nantucket Golf Club Foundation's ceremony for the scholarship awarding for the Nantucket High School students. That'll come air right after we get finished here from Vito Capizzo Stadium. It will be on both channels on TV.
She's got it. She's got the
And on the
beeline. Look at that.
NCTV YouTube channel.
Ground ball machine.
Bodette on the run in transition through
Great,
1.
great. Way to use your
Makes
hips.
a move through 2. Shot goes high.
it.
Oh,
Nice.
caught on the air by Perriner. And the Whalers will get it settled up. I love the run. I love the aggressiveness there.
A
Just
great way to
couldn't
use,
find the net.
and the way she used her hips to make that dodge.
Yeah. Powered through it. In addition to holding on to the possession of the ball. Under 6 minutes to play here in the first half. Whalers in command, 9-3 our score. And they have dominated time of possession here as well.
They look
as
sharp.
The scoreboard.
As a
As they turn it over there and do turn it over.
for the most part, they're looking
Yes.
pretty
Well, we
sharp.
broadcaster jinxed them there. Clearly. Oh, they're going to.
So now I think she's going to have to sit down for a minute. 2 minutes. When it comes down to it, you want to stay on the field, and you got to know how the referees are calling that game and not play into it. You know, you need to,
Keep your composure.
and you're not going to score unless you're on the field.
So Jenna Marsh draws the whistle. Or Jenna Richards, excuse me, draws the whistle. And she'll have it run in here just outside the 8s.
Nice
Shot
save.
saved.
Tough angle.
And
Very
nearly a
tough angle.
turnover.
Let's Yes, yeah, they do here. It's a big test for them. And it'll be great to see them get through this test.
I believe the Whalers are down a player here now.
Yes, they are.
For the rest of the game. So Bodette can go back in the game, but they will play with one less player. So nonetheless, aggressive defense denying the activity so far. Here's number 9. That's Ella Contonio. She is just an 8th grader playing at the varsity level. Here's Richard. Runs through a couple. Again, good save by Douglas. Right on the corner there.
Here you go. Set it up. Let's go.
Oh,
stay with it.
Near turnover there as Johnson sprints ahead. Good transition for the Whalers. Here's
Nice
Canty.
grab.
Nice catch. Gethner.
That's it. Nice.
Looks.
Seeing if there's nothing there and settling it down. Nice.
And the Whalers can use some clock here as there's 10 seconds left on the penalty to Bodette. And here's Lower. Double team, but.
There you go. Okay, so now they're all even.
So maybe it's the opposite. Maybe they.
We'll see. We'll find out in a little under 3 minutes.
Genther at the top of the zone. She hands it off or tosses it over to Lower. One-on-one move there. Move to the right. Shot. Scores!
Nice. Rip.
A hat trick in the first half for Mason Lower, and the Whalers are in double digits here in the first half, scoring their 10th goal with 2:43 on the big scoreboard.
Great face dodge. Just sets her.
Yeah, one little hitch, and
sets
then
her
it's
defensive player
strong
up
side.
and gets her hands free, and boom, the velocity of that shot. And so much of it too is the placement.
Yeah.
You know, when you see those hard shots, those hard passes to the goalie, you have to think about it.
Right.
Do not make a hard pass to the goalie. Put this ball where the goalie is not.
Right.
It's a lot of times it's off stick side, or wherever corners. You know,
Whalers with another draw control.
that area between say 11 and 7 o'clock on the stick side that's their highest percentage of where they're going to be able to catch the ball. But in saying that, Mason got by her right in that area.
Yep. With a stronger shot.
With a very strong shot.
Again, you can get away with a lot
with a
with
strong
a rifle.
shot.
Just like in pitching, you can get away with a lot
That's
if you're
it.
throwing it 100 miles an hour. Good motion by the Whalers on offense here as they look to add another one here. Here's Benny. She circles
Nice
back,
defense.
draws 3 defenders,
Boom,
and that means
boom.
somebody's open. Oh,
dude.
Gethner just misplayed it. Great opportunity there. She was wide open, but
look
good
at
effort
this.
to get it back. Great job by number 15.
He was like, I got this.
Yeah.
Oh, look at this cut.
Damian
That's
runs through,
Suze.
quick shot.
Chase it, and Dylan Damian's back to get it.
Oh, Suze Parenter, excuse me.
No, how can I'm
I
so
don't understand
confused
that
by
one either.
this.
And if you're confused, I got no chance, buddy.
Exactly. It's the closest to the line. That is just, he's behind GLE when the ball goes out. It has the goalie beat her. Great defense by Claire Genthner. Ground ball battle.
Oh, nice job by Courtney David to scoop it up. And then loses it.
This is like hockey.
Yeah.
Nice poise
Underhanded
there.
scoop there, and here's, oh, nice spin, shot, save!
Nice. Pump it out, pump it out. Somebody's
Under a
open.
minute to play.
Watching Ella warm up in practice, she's got a rope, man.
Nice.
She can get that ball out there fast.
10-3 our score here. Whalers looking to add one before the halftime horn. Nice move by Lower on the run. Pass in front.
So close.
Just off the stick. Beautiful opportunity there.
Hey, they've been on vacation. First
Right.
game back. Oh, so it's Nantucket ball still? No, it should be Greenville.
Wow, yeah, that was
it's
a
Greenville.
pass, certainly. Final 15 seconds here, the first half. Whalers in control through 2 quarters. Going to be a bit of a slight Gilman. Still 7 seconds to go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And Jenna will sound the horn here.
3, Whalers are up.
Hit the half. Whalers score 10 goals in the first half and head to the locker room up 10-3. Again, thanks very much for joining us here on the NSC and NCTV, hanging out with Hammy Hurd. Johnny Boley on the camera. Thanks for helping us out, buddy, and always good to hang out with you. Again, please hang out right here as we will turn it over to the folks out at the Nantucket Golf Club as they will bring you the presentation, the ceremony of the awarding of the Nantucket Golf Club Foundation scholarships. And that will be an exciting evening out east. We've got excitement here. Still 24 minutes of great girls lacrosse here. The Whalers head to the locker room, however, up 10-3.
The Nantucket Sports Connection would like to thank its founding sponsor, the Nantucket Golf Club Foundation, whose mission is to promote the positive development and enrichment of Nantucket's children. For more information on the Nantucket Golf Club Foundation, go to nantucketgolfclub.com.
Support for the NSC provided in part by Highline Cruises, providing year-round high-speed service to Nantucket since 1996. For more info, visit highlinecruises.com.
Underwriting support for the NSC is brought to you in part by Myrick, the largest full-service law firm in Central Mass, also serving the Cape and Islands. Visit MyrickLaw.com to learn how Myrick can assist you with your legal needs.
NCTV and the Nantucket Sports Connection would like to thank our Nantucket business sponsors for their support of today's Whalers broadcast.
In 1965, a group of dedicated Nantucket parents came together with one goal: to raise enough money to develop game film for the football team. The following season, the Whalers went undefeated. These parents became the very first class of the Nantucket Booster Club. Over time, Whaler pride has grown into something far more than just wins and losses on the scoreboard.
Once a Whaler, always a Whaler. 1, 2, 3, Whalers!
Una vez un Whaler, siempre un Whaler! ¡Vamos!
What binds us is Whaler pride. It has shaped our island and student athletes for generations.
Whaler pride isn't just a tradition, it's an identity. A legacy for families who choose to plant their roots here in this community all year round. It can bring generations of island families together, and for wash ashore children, it can transform an unfamiliar place into a new home. The Nantucket Booster Club is a vital link between our community and Whalers athletics. It helps provide our teams with gear, additional travel expenses, and much more.
Volunteering for the Booster Club, it's a blast. From the homecoming to the pig roast, and most importantly, Hank, our school mascot. We're here to create a fun and welcoming atmosphere. More than money, we need members. And part of this club, you are a member, not just a volunteer. We need to build our community bigger and better to help our student athletes prepare for the next chapter in their life.
Support our kids and Whaler pride by volunteering for the Booster Club. To learn more, please email the address on the screen.
Nantucket Ice is about community, camaraderie, confidence, jumping in, and being part of a team. Falling, but getting back up.
And Whalers control. Quick shot.
It's about being part of the culture, friendships, experience. But ultimately, it's about being on the ice. Located in the heart of the island, it's about being a future for our youth, our families, our community. Come join us. Be a part of our community.
Want to welcome you back to Vito Capizzo Stadium as we have reached halftime here. Waiting moments here, about a minute and a half left in the halftime festivities, or lack thereof, here today. But the Whalers had plenty of festivities on the field in the first half. They put up 10 goals behind Mason Lower, who scored 3 of those goals. But it has been a barrage of different players. Dylan Damien's got a couple of goals. Louisa Benny's got a goal. Mia Baudette's got 2 goals. And Claire Gethner also in the act with a couple of goals. And defensively, they have absolutely shut down Courtney David. She scored 1 from the 8s. But really, they have dominated possession here. Your thoughts on the first half?
They look sharp, and it's so awesome to see so many different people touching the ball, spreading it around. Watching the great pass from Louisa to Claire is great to see, and it's great to see that there isn't it was a week of vacation.
Yeah, and they're playing without a bunch of play. I mean,
exactly.
No Grace Hanlon, no Rita Wood, no Vicky Dimitrova, no Carly Ray, no Sam Zadroga, no Maddie Lombardi. I mean, we're talking
2/3 of their starting defense.
A lot of defensive players, and they've only given up 3 goals. And really, Ella Douglas
has starters.
Has played solid and great athletes. I mean, they are definitely. And again, we wish them the best of luck this evening, as a few of those names are on the potential scholarship list for the Nantucket Golf Club Foundation's scholarship. And it should be a very fun evening out there. What a gorgeous night they have for it. I mean, the sunset's going to be phenomenal. You were, of course, a photography nut as well as a lax nut. You're saying we've got a sliver moon tonight,
crescent moon, a 3% crescent moon set at 9:13.
Love that.
A little late, so look up in the western sky at the moon setting tonight. It's going to be awfully pretty.
Well, I know what my wife and I will be doing out on the back porch at around 9:15. We will be checking out the crescent moon.
There you go, baby. Cracking a couple Miller Lights.
Perhaps. I have some High Lifes. I have champagne. The champagne
beers.
But,
as great as it is, I miss those Lowenbrows.
There you go. Nice pull, buddy. Here we are talking about beers in a high school lacrosse broadcast. That's we're adults, though. We're allowed.
No, but the what was the non-alcoholic beer from back in the day? Moosey. Moosey was the non-alcoholic way back in the day.
I wouldn't know. That stuff will kill you.
That was pre. But hey, the athletic
right,
is
this
guy has created a juggernaut of non-alcoholic beer that tastes fantastic.
Right. So we've got 24 minutes here. 12 minutes on the third quarter clock. Whalers up 10-3 over the DY Dolphins in a matchup of Atlantic Division foes and rivals. It'll be Courtney David here on the same side. This is so crazy how this lines up like this.
That I've seen.
And
there you
Mason
go get
Lower
it, Mace.
first to the
Stay
ball.
With it.
She is able to scoop it. Nicely
on
done.
number 3.
Here's Baudette, sorta, and gets the whistle.
What do we got here?
Looks like something to the face, and they are going to stop the clock for a yellow card here. So
interesting.
That would mean I would have to start the clock. So that's good for me.
I didn't see it, but it had to have been something.
Yeah, she didn't really react, but number 24 for DY whistled. That's Ariana Corso.
Down 2
Caruso,
minutes.
excuse me. No, Corso. I got it right.
The name right before that is Caruso. So my apologies.
Passing out. Oh, it's from the 12.
So 2 minutes on the
This is
clock
good.
as Corso called for, I guess, a dangerous
women
play.
up offense here. Oh,
Good patience.
Suze,
Here's a
boom.
shot. Score! Quick work of the penalty. And the Whalers notch their 11th goal of the game.
Great way to get open. Have to present your stick, waiting for it.
Who was it?
They throw Suze Perner.
Nice. So Suze Perner in on the act now with her first goal of the
Second.
evening.
That's her second goal.
Excuse me?
That is her second goal. Mason put that point right on. You know, with getting the goalie not to be able to react. The more perfect you make that pass, the more easy it makes that goal to happen.
My math is off, so I may have given Dylan Damian one of.
She's got one right now.
She's got one. Okay, so I had her with 2 goals.
Yeah.
Now we've got it figured out. Again, that's takes a team here. So just over 11 minutes left here as the Whalers take advantage of the penalty and still are playing with the penalty as
Take that. We will take that.
Lower able to gain the possession. That's not my card.
Queen Canty, great pass. And Dylan Damon gets her second goal.
Beautiful.
Beautiful feed from Quinn Canty.
Again, that took 8 seconds.
So Dylan was right. You were right. Dylan did have 2 goals.
Exactly. See? But a great pass from Quinn Canty as the Whalers.
But just how quickly that got out, too,
Yeah.
is just so you're not letting that goalie be able to react.
And it wasn't rushed.
So important. Yeah,
The
exactly.
whole play
It
was
a
very
soft hands.
well
on
timed.
On the passer and the receiver.
And it all started
Of
here at
that
the X
pass.
with Mason Lower.
And the fact that Quinn didn't rush that pass,
Right.
too, just sets up that so that Dylan's able to catch it in the perfect spot and put it in the back of the net.
Again, it may not be quite as spectacular as some of the teams that we've seen in the last couple of years here by the Whalers, but the timing of this team for not playing with each other as much. Oh, off the post there.
Post helped us out there.
And scooped up by Beaudet, and she's on the run in transition. She's got Benny up ahead. Oh, great
grab.
snag.
Look what I found, type of grab.
Got numbers.
There you
Here
go.
it is. Shot goes high.
Back. They better call it for us. Hey, we got the ball.
So great hustle in transition. And a high quality shot just missed that top crossbar.
Great grab by Louisa. There you go. Stay with it.
Oh, Beaudet's
Nice.
got space now. Shot scores.
Way to stay with it.
A little hey, how you doing in the middle there.
Rolling out in front. Vacuums it up and fires it out.
And the clock will now run as the Whalers are up 10. So technically under 10 minutes to play here in the third. The Whalers now up 13-3. And they have busted this thing open here with 3 straight goals here in the early moments of the third quarter.
Is the clock running? Clock is running.
Lower back in the X against Richard, and the Whalers have absolutely dominated the draw control. Richard gets a stick on it, however.
Try to fix it.
And
Can't keep a hold of it.
Louisa
they
got
don't
in the
call
mix,
that.
but inadvertently too
You
aggressive.
can't have that contact.
Deep pass, bounces ahead,
And we'll take
and
that.
scooped up by the Whalers quickly.
Boom. There you go. Nice.
Quadruple team,
Open
somebody's
again,
got to be open.
Open again. Just keep on finding that open person is so important. Look
Odette
at this.
on
It's
the
great.
run.
Look at that. What a great clear that was.
Lower.
Patience and soft hands.
To Perner behind the net. 13-3 our score here in the third quarter. Whalers in command, and they have possession of the ball. DY hasn't gotten off a shot here. Low shot, deflected.
Somebody get after it. Nice.
Genther looking for another goal and denied, but the Whalers
comes up with the rebound.
Keep the possession.
Stay with it. Watch that second hop.
Odette calmly scoops it up and trots into the area of the 12. She'll make a move, double move. Avoids a couple, finally finds a friend in Mason Lower. Cut in behind, denied. Cut through, shot, goes wide.
Sue's parent are doing the right thing.
Keeps the possession for Nantucket. Clock is running here, 7:40 and counting here in the third quarter.
32.
Whalers up 13-3. They've scored 3 goals in a row here to begin play in the second half. Lower, surveys. Over to Benny. She's going to get a screen and gets hit in the face. So she'll get a run from the 8. Tough spot here in that far corner,
lower,
though.
it's like a wing. I have to what that
She is,
is
she's got the
called.
lefty, so she can make a run in. Looks to pass.
Boom.
Great pass shot.
Great
save
save.
made. Loose. Jarred away momentarily by Lower. And
Nice
deflected.
stop. Look at that.
No
Great
call
grab.
there. There was some
There you
stick
go.
contact, but no call. As DY looks to, oh yeah, that's time. We'll stop for a little penalty there.
On who? On Mason? I mean, Mason got hit in the head, and she gets the penalty on Louisa.
Well, there was 2 defenders for the Whalers there, but technically Louisa Benny will take a seat here in the rectangle.
2 minutes up. I'm surprised they
for
don't
2
get a free
minutes.
clear after something like that.
A little too aggressive by Lower as Courtney rolls in, rolls back again, gets a shot off, deflected wide.
She's so athletic, but
Yeah.
she's got to start getting that stick in her left hand.
She had wide open opposite
she
hand.
rolls. I mean, sorry, in her right hand.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. If she
Yeah,
switches hands
exactly.
there,
She
she's got a
switches
shot
hand, that
easily.
is exactly.
But the
She's
Whalers
so
can
talented.
load
You
up
can
on
see-
that right side, just like you do a right-handed,
Yeah, exactly. You
shooter
can
in
see how
basketball.
talented
You
how-
know he's going right.
She is so athletic.
Yeah.
That if she continues to work on using that offhand, she's going to become a great, great player.
Under 6 minutes to play here. Whalers with a 10-goal lead at 13-3. As long as they can hold that lead at double digits. Oh, good cut by Richard. Nobody saw. Just mistimed and a tough pass there. Dolphins recover.
Nice talk. You got to love hearing this talk when the woman down defense.
David gives it up to Richard. Top of the zone. Hounded by Canty. Good footwork
equal
by
pressure
number
by
26. Roll through, nothing happening.
Yep. Great.
Pass in front.
Wide open. She's
off
so
the
lucky
stick.
there.
She tries to smack it into the goal.
Very lucky.
Ella Douglas is there to
We
scoop it.
got 20 seconds left in this penalty. Good,
As we approach
so far,
5
good
minutes.
penalty kill.
5 minutes to play. In the third quarter, the Whalers have scored 3 times here
Here you
in the
go.
quarter. As
10 seconds.
good sprint there.
Nice grab. Number 8. Who is number 8 for
Not sure who
Nantucket?
number 8
Who
is.
number 8 is? They're not even listed on
Odette passes it in, goes through,
They're not listed.
and that'll be a turnover.
Got a lot of poise there. Getting that nice pass to Mia.
DY tries to clear double teamed on the ball. Oh, she's got to pass it in. And it's a turnover.
Maybe a little illegal procedure there or something like that.
Maybe she has to pass it from there, but no.
I don't think so. You got to step out and then come in. Maybe she stayed in.
Not sure. I'll be honest, not sure what happened there, but the Whalers the beneficiary of the turnover as Canty controls it on the right wing. Back up to the top as the Whalers move it around. Lower, switches, and takes the advantage.
Come back.
And Mason will get an opportunity from the 8s here. Looking for goal number 14. She's already netted 3, and 2 of them have come from this position right here at the 8s. Number 25, Mason Lower, awaits the whistle. Runs in, low shot, score, perfect shot.
The glue.
Excuse me. So clock continues to run. Excuse me. As the Whalers net their 14th goal of the game, they lead 14-3. And into the game for the Whalers. Rowan Paul, a freshman midi, number 10.
Oh, that's
her first.
In the JV roster, it says number 34 is Lily Tilton, but it's Rowan Paul. That's great to see Rowan out in the field.
Yeah, again, numbers a little bit different today as the Whalers are playing without, and she's got the ball. Love it. There's Bodette. Paul stays on the field in the offensive unit. Nice catch again by Benny. Nonchalantly snags out of midair. 2 minutes to play here in the quarter. Whalers have scored 4 times to break it open and lead by 11, 14-3. An absolutely gorgeous afternoon for lacrosse. Oh, cut through Canty right there. Oh, just missed it. Again, not sure that they're looking for anything at this point. Another good cut. That's Paul. Oh, good cut. Here's Benny. Left-handed shot. Save made.
Great save.
Any save is a great save in lacrosse. Oh, sloppy play, though. And the Whalers should get the turnover. Bodette's sitting in the crease and unable to get to it. But the possession stays.
You take that.
The way of Nantucket.
Winding down the third quarter here.
Just over a minute to play. Whalers in control, 14-3, and they have possession. A good shot by Benny right there, but a good save. Here's Bodette behind the net. Defense converges, but Bodette finds the goal anyway.
Question mark, guys. Love the question mark. Rolling out, turning around, boom, back of the net.
4-goal game from Bodette as well. Lower and Bodette have combined for 8. And the Whalers continue to pour it on here in the quarter as we approach 40 seconds. Clock is running, so we'll see what happens here towards the end of it. Number 28, that's Ella Finley, trotting on the far side of the field. Senior attacker. As again, the clock runs down here in the final moments of the quarter.
Great athletic move by number 24 on DY. That's it.
And the horn sounds. The Whalers dominate as they add 5 goals. Do not give up a goal here in the third quarter. We'll head to the fourth quarter as the clock will continue to run once we start the quarter. 12 minutes to go as the Whalers look to win their 4th game of the season. In control here, 15-3.
The Nantucket Sports Connection would like to thank its founding sponsor, the Nantucket Golf Club Foundation, whose mission is to promote the positive development and enrichment of Nantucket's children. For more information on the Nantucket Golf Club Foundation, go to nantucketgolfclub.com.
Support for the NSE provided in part by Highline Cruises, providing year-round high-speed service to Nantucket since 1996. For more info, visit highlinecruises.com.
Underwriting support for the NSC is brought to you in part by Myrick, the largest full-service law firm in Central Mass, also serving the Cape and Islands. Visit myricklaw.com to learn how Myrick can assist you with your legal needs.
NCTV and the Nantucket Sports Connection would like to thank our Nantucket business sponsors for their support of today's Whalers broadcast.
Want to welcome you back to live action here at Vito Capizzo Stadium as the Whalers take the field here for the fourth quarter of play. They have been in complete control here, basically after the first quarter, but they have dominated possession, winning, I would say, 90% of the draws here, and have taken advantage of those. They are up 15-3 behind Mia Baudette's 4 goals, Mason Lower with 4 goals. Dylan Damien's got a couple, Suze Perriner with a couple. Claire Gethner with 2 goals, and Luisa Benny, the freshman phenom, well, I think we can safely say freshman phenom, with her poise, has scored a goal as well. And the defense has looked very, very good.
Definitely. Sophia Sullivan helping out. And
And
Rowan Paul doing great stuff.
And the Whalers are down 7 players here today due to various circumstances. One of those being the Nantucket Golf Club Foundation's awarding of their annual scholarship, which you should stay tuned for, Whalers Nation, as it will be on NCTV on both channels coming up here live just about 6 o'clock. So I think we're fortunate to have some running time here to get things going.
Get things out there.
As once again, a little bit of a late start.
Love the competitiveness of going after that ground ball. Both of them.
Jenna Richard gets it in for DY. She's going to make a move to the right. Denied. 2 defenders in great position with sticks and feet. Tough pass over to Richard again. She's going
Great
left.
Collapse. Yeah, you just kind of know that the play's
She's going to
gonna
go
be
back to the
going.
left. There it is. She makes a good move. Shot. Save made.
You gotta love Nantucket's defense putting her position for not a great shot.
Ella Douglas comes up with the net. Baudette kicks it ahead.
There you go. Nice scoop by Suze Perriner.
Sue's on the run. She's got numbers, but the Whalers will hold it up here and use some clock wisely as they are up 15-3. We'll be back right here as these same girls will take on the Clippers from Falmouth High School on Thursday. Hopefully you can join us. Again, they have 13 games in 26 days starting today. Just a crazy stretch. Of course, they've had 4 games delayed by weather this spring. Unbelievable stuff. So they're going to have to just grind it out here for the next month. And, hopefully they can stay healthy and play like they have today. And they're going to have a very impressive record coming out of there. As, of course, we are in position in both the Atlantic Division and also we await our rankings here, the first rankings from the MIAA.
So we've got a little zone defense going on there.
So kind of like in the NBA where you got to step out of the lane and step back into the lane.
They've got to be just covering somebody.
Yeah, can't just park there.
Just hanging out.
We're in the fourth quarter here with the Whalers up 15-3. Clock is running. We're under 10 minutes to play. Actually, 9.5 minutes.
Boom.
Shot.
Oh,
Save
great
made.
save.
Wow.
See there. See, Suze wants to go lefty on that shot.
Yeah. Bridget Kenny able to get there. That's out of bounds. Nice sportsmanship there by Mason Lower, asking if Corso is okay. She got the stick.
I mean, that's a goal if she goes lefty. And you just got to have the confidence in yourself.
Slightly too aggressive by number 21, Dylan Damien. And DY will get it and get it over to Jenna Richard. It's been Jenna Richard with 2 goals and Courtney David with just a single tally. Sophomore leads DY in goals scored. Here's Richard one-on-one. It's an ISO running the offense through her as she looks for somebody. But the Whalers defense is just... Let's see what the whistle is. Clock stops with 8:27 to go.
Definitely difficult for, in college, you get to hear every single little detail.
Right.
They come up and announce right in front of the in front of the table.
Yeah. Just an infraction, so DY puts it back in play here with just over 8 minutes to go. He's going to lean back to the left. Denied. He's going to go back to the left. Good job by the Whalers there, denying. Pass goes through, and that'll be a chance from the 8s as the whistle blows. But good defense. I love the aggressiveness on defense, getting those sticks up.
And so much of it is, you talk about having soft hands. You got to have soft hands on
Slick shoe
defense.
shot goes in. Ella Douglas with a save.
Great save.
7:40 and counting here in the 4th quarter. Whalers in complete control and control the possession as well. On the run here in transition. Louisa Benny just in control of her game. Just fun to watch. Someone in just nothing phases her as a freshman.
You gotta love that subduedness.
Yeah, just poise is the only other way I can.
Exactly, yeah.
Nice pass
Boom.
inside. Bodette hammers it home. Catch and shoot. And it's another goal for the Whalers. Make it 16-3. 5 goals for Bodette. And the family Bodette, I'm sure, happy with that as they celebrate off-island, watching us. I'm hearing from New York, amongst other places, I'm sure. Great to have you along here on the NSC on YouTube. And thanks very much to all of Whalers Nation and all the folks that are joining us here from around the globe, because we are international on YouTube, baby.
Hey, Kim Kalman was in Germany when he watched the Martha's Vineyard game.
And timeout called by DY. We're going to keep it here because we're going to talk some more lacrosse here as the boys got back on action on Saturday. What impressed you about their game? Obviously, sloppy conditions had something to do with
very
the outcome in general. But how did they look? Because I only saw
strong. The offense looked very strong.
Yeah.
They still got to keep on working on the clearing game.
Yep.
And there was a lot of penalties. And you just got to realize that the referees, if they're going to call the game tight, that the most important thing is staying on the field.
Got to adjust.
And because of they have the amount of penalties that Groton, what the heck, Dunstable, Groton Dunstable, which came from basically the New Hampshire border.
Oh my gosh, yeah. What a track.
They had some good sticks, but they weren't. If Nantucket exposed themselves with all the penalties against a very good team, they would get scored upon at will, probably.
Right.
So it just, you got to realize that the referees are calling a tight game and keep yourself on the field and not get those careless errors when you're getting some of those penalties are made out of frustration.
Yeah,
getting in, the other teams gets a little chippy, and then you get a little chippy, and next thing you know, you're in the penalty box. And against a good team, it's going to be
goals.
Your undoing.
It
will. So you got to stay on the field and just let the scoreboard dictate at the end of the game.
Yeah.
What matters most of all. So keep your head in the game. That is the most important thing. And then the other thing too is just working on that clearing.
Yeah.
Just today. Just hope that they are. Do they have a game today, or are they?
No game today.
Yeah, hopefully they're working on that clearing game today. And also too, there was a week of vacation.
Yeah, coming off.
So just keep on working on that clearing. Get that clearing game down, or at least find an answer. Find the missing link.
I did take my gang. My kids love the little, we call it the 3-slide playground over by the practice fields over there behind the intermediate school and whatnot.
Nice.
And we saw the boys out there, and they definitely were. It was an intense practice. You could tell.
That was
That's
a
good.
little illegal procedure, I think, or something. False start. Here's Richard on the run. She's going to roll back to the right. Just over 6 minutes to play here as the Whalers will move to 4-1. We'll drop DY. Here's
Nice stick handling.
good double team. Shot gets off. Douglas there to get a piece. She has played a great game today. I would have to say at least 7 or 8 saves.
Totally. She looks great.
A couple of those in point blank range, but again, the DY offense not as potent as maybe their record indicated. They came in as one of the leading scorers in our league, certainly with 85 goals scored in 7 games. I mean, that's impressive. The Whalers have absolutely dominated them.
And that's where, the quality.
Strength of schedule, certainly.
Schedule
Yeah,
is definitely an aspect of that.
Yes.
I'd love to see how they would do against Cape Cod Academy.
Sure. Who is? They are the cream of the crop here.
What's the girl's name?
Quinn Powers. There's a shot to score by number 16 as
gets one by
Courtney David caught one in a bunch of traffic and was able to flip it past Douglas for the 4th goal of the game for the Dolphins. Second goal scored by the sophomore, number 16, Courtney David. As again, we get to see a couple of younger faces, newer faces here.
Maisie Lamb coming off the field. Is it Maisie? Is this a correct JV?
It is correct, but again, the numbers might be a little bit different just based on them playing. Sophia Sullivan coming off the field here. And we will do our best
That's
to.
been Maisie Lamb all game, actually. I don't think Sophia's here because her brother. No, that's Maisie Lamb, I think.
Oh, okay.
Because I bet you that
Wear number 19.
Sophia
I got
was
you.
at the golf club for her
She
brother.
wears number 19. There you go.
Maybe it's Sophia.
There's
I
Maya
can't-
Johnson now on offense.
That's got to be Sophia. Because she wears 19.
Yeah.
But also Maisie's got 19 too. Maybe Sophia will get right out there.
Yeah. Either way, 3:45 to go here in what will be Whalers' victory number 4 on the season. They will move to 4-1, pick up another league win as well. In pretty convincing fashion, I might add. Again, a good team win. If they're going to win, it's going to be a team win because they have lots of people that play a lot of different areas, and they've got a lot of weapons that can score. Maybe not as potent as some of the teams in past years.
The theme that really jumps out to me is balance.
Yeah, absolutely. And we love that because they're missing cogs here tonight, and they have not missed a beat.
Great deal of balance.
And they are deep. As you can see, some of these JV players are just as competitive and hanging with the varsity folks from DY.
Jamie Lower,
great stuff.
Built an incredible program.
Unbelievable stuff. And she will leave a legacy that will likely be untouched for many, many years. As obviously, nice defense. Great reactions by Bodette right there.
That's Alex Weisenthal.
Oh, excuse me.
So awesome.
That is next level defense right there.
Alex, Maya, and Dylan Damian, when they were in 7th grade, helped out with the Learn to Play program.
Yeah.
For the youngest of all the boys.
Johnson sprints ahead, stops, and we'll hold it up here as the Whalers can basically play keep away for the next couple minutes. And they will close it out here.
Boom. Maya Johnson getting on offense, getting a sweet quick stick to the back of the net.
Number 9, Maya Johnson with the goal. And that one was set up as the Whalers got her.
So great. I think it's a great, she...
Again, just like Maddie Lombardi, they've got great sticks.
Well, they got great sticks, exactly. They find a way to...
Get them a possession or two,
get them on offense.
It's good for morale. And they are certainly talented enough to score again. So goal number 17 for Nantucket.
They're just so important on defense because they're such great
Right.
defenders.
Right. And have played defense their entire careers. But nonetheless, nice to get her in on the offensive end of things as we approach 1 minute to play here at Vito Capizzo Stadium. Good run and save.
Nice
Made.
Oh,
Rebound
the garbage
netted.
goal. Look what I found. Right out in front.
What's the number on that player there, buddy?
Let's see here. She's still walking. She's
Yep.
got her side to us.
Number 10?
No, I can't see the front of her jersey's a little. Oh, she's pulling it
I'm
down.
going to go with number, there it is, number 10, Nadia, oh boy, Kirquaria. Cirquaria, maybe?
And the
An
clock
S
is
for the C?
running
Kirquaria
down.
or Cirquaria. I apologize to that family if I'm mispronouncing it.
I don't know
But
if we're
she
gonna
got
get
a
this
little,
face-off in.
hey, how you doing goal right there to notch the 5th goal. But it will be time running out here on the final moments of the game as we can see Hank the Whaler right underneath us here making his way back around, and
5 seconds.
Mia
There's
Bodette
Hank
will
giving a big wave.
run it out here as the
go.
Whalers move to 4-1 on the
They've earned
season
their
in
goalie.
convincing fashion. As you can see them rush the field and congratulate Ella Douglas, who did a fantastic job in net. And the Whalers overall did a fantastic job on offense, and they just held DY to basically half of what they have scored in their first 7 games, winning 17-5 as Mia Bodette scored 5 goals to lead the way for the Whalers. Mason Lower with 4 goals. Claire Genthner and Dylan Damian and Suze Perriner, each with 2, as long as my math is right, of course. Maya Johnson got into the act late in the game, and Louisa Benny notched 1 goal, but her poise and composure and stick handling led to many other goals, and she had 1 erased on the 8th. Give us your final thoughts here, Hammy, as we're going to send it on over to the boys out east for the Nantucket Golf Club's presentation of their scholarships. Good luck to all that are involved. What impressed you the most today?
Balance.
Yeah.
Word of the day.
Yeah.
Definitely. Great balanced attack.
It's the Sesame Street word of the day.
So good. And it's so great to see. It
Yeah.
really is. And underclassmen stepping up into roles and balance and poise.
Yeah.
That's the name of the game at this point. And they're playing, you know, it's such a cliche term, but they're playing within themselves.
Yeah.
It's
fun to
so
watch.
fun to watch.
Yeah, it's fun to watch. I mean, he's got a big smile on his face. You can't see it, but
you know,
it
having
is-
watched this incredible game between North Carolina and BC yesterday,
Yeah.
sandwich in with that the incredible basketball between the Knicks
Sure. Playoffs,
and the
yeah.
Pistons, and then the incredible Big Ten final, and to this game, this has been a great 36 hours of lacrosse for me. With great sports.
I love it. I
So
love
it's
it,
so
buddy.
awesome, and finishing it off with this, it's great. Hey, for a sports fan, nothing better than this.
It is. I'll tell you, they and I, you know, occasionally watch a little sports. Occasionally, but the Get Up guys said it was the best weekend in sports with as much stuff going on. I mean,
And they don't even watch lacrosse.
right?
Those
exactly.
guys.
They don't even
Like
touch
the best lacrosse of the
Yeah,
year.
Absolutely. They don't. They don't even barely even touch college athletics. But I would have to agree with them. Just you, if you are a sports fan, you are
Great time of year.
well represented for sure. So we will tag on out of here again. We'll be back at it. The Falmouth Clippers make the trip across the pond to face these girls on Thursday. We hope you can join us here from Vito Capizzo Stadium. For John Aboli, thanks for joining us, buddy. Always good to hang out with you. Hammy Hurd. I am Chris Morris. We're going to send it out east to the boys out at the golf club. Thanks very much for watching. Whalers win here this afternoon, 17-4. Thanks very much for joining us.
The Nantucket Sports Connection would like to thank its founding sponsor, the Nantucket Golf Club Foundation, whose mission is to promote the positive development and enrichment of Nantucket's children. For more information on the Nantucket Golf Club Foundation, go to nantucketgolfclub.com.
Support for the NSC provided in part by Highline Cruises, providing year-round high-speed service to Nantucket since 1996. For more info, visit highlinecruises.com.
Underwriting support for the NSC is brought to you in part by Myrick, the largest full-service law firm in Central Mass, also serving the Cape and Islands. Visit myricklaw.com to learn how Myrick can assist you with your legal needs. NCTV and the Nantucket Sports Connection would like to thank our Nantucket business sponsors for their support of today's Whalers broadcast.